What up? How you guys doing out there today? It's your boy Roto Beast, and I'm here to present you my NBA picks for Friday, March 16th. If you're new to this channel, please make sure you click the subscribe button below. This way you can watch all of our NBA, MLB, and NFL videos. And if you want to play the actual lineups that we're playing every single day, visit our website at www.rotobeast.net. So, man, another crazy-ass night in the NBA. I mean, I'm telling you, these rotations that's going on with these teams, and man, this stuff is crazy. You got this guy Zizic. They said if if Larry Nance was out, he was gonna start. And guess what? Larry Nance was out. Everybody expected this dude to start. He was actually pretty highly owned in cash games. And, I felt very good with the minimum price. He was going to get 15, 20 minutes. The guy's a monster, points per minute monster when he gets to run. So I was feeling good about it. And obviously a lot of people were. And he ends up only getting 6 minutes after lock. They changed the starting lineup. Like, come on, man. How are you going to do that to us? Like, it's crazy. Like, why would you say something and then go back on it? I mean, that's the thing is NBA coaches, they don't care about DFS. And, it's crazy now. You got Chris Paul going against his old team. I mean, he shit the bed. If it wasn't for Chris Paul and Zizek's duds, I would have cashed out big time tonight. I had Michael Beasley in 150 lineups. I had Simmons in 145 lineups. I mean, my core was going off. And then you have Zizek and Chris Paul fucking duds. Man, hey, it is what it is. All we could do is do our best. Had a great night on DraftKings, though. So yeah, let's just jump into this 6-game slate. Before we do, though, if you don't mind, please click that like button below. It really helps me out, and I really, really appreciate it. So yeah, let's jump into this slate. First off, we got 3 games that we actually have lines for. You got the Nets at Philadelphia to face the 76ers. This game has a 218.5 implied total. Philadelphia is favored by 8.5. You got the Kings at Warriors. This game has a 214 implied total. Golden State's favored by 12. Then you got Mavericks at Raptors. This game has a 213 implied total. Toronto's favored by 11.5. So we also got the Celtics going into Orlando to face the Magics, the Heat going into LA to face the Lakers, and the Clippers going into OKC to face the Thunder. But we don't have lines on those last couple games yet. Like I said, definitely wait on some injury news. So keep an eye out on that tomorrow. This is more of a first look video. So, I mean, this is before I get all the news tomorrow. So it's kind of, things change throughout the day, definitely. So you always got to keep paying attention to the news, especially in the NBA. So let's jump into these picks. We'll start off at point guard as always. I mean, you got Russell Westbrook going against the Clippers at home. I mean, we know what we're going to get pretty much from Russell Westbrook every time we play him. It gives you a high floor for your cash game with the monster ceiling. At this price tag, we need about 60 for him to hit value. He's averaging 53 on the season. Up-tempo game with the Clippers. I definitely like him in this spot. Then we got, Terry Rozier. It's looking like Kyrie Irving's probably going to be out tomorrow. We know Steph Curry's going to be out. Rozier, I mean, the price tag is crazy high. That's the crazy thing. For me, I think he's more of a GPP play just because how high his price tag is. But this is a really, really good matchup. At 8.2, for him to hit value, we need about 41. I would say when he starts, he's probably averaging, we would say, like 34, 35 when he gets the minutes. So it's all about minutes with him. I mean, he could definitely hit this 41 that he needs for value. It's just, man, it's the price tag jumped crazy. That's the only thing that's kind of like pushing me off of him. But the matchup, everything else is absolutely awesome. Lonzo Ball going against Miami. The cool thing about Lonzo Ball is, I mean, he can score you 5 to 8 points and still have you crazy fantasy outings just because he fills up the stat sheet. Plays very good defense. Gets assists, rebounds. On the days where he does have, solid scoring nights, it's usually monster nights. Heat, they're not the best matchup. But on a slate with, there's options, but, not too many options. I think he's definitely a solid GPP play. Kyle Lowry on a back-to-back going against the Mavericks. At his price tag, we need about 37 for him to hit value. He's averaging 35 on the season. Um, I mean, He's solid. I mean, I like him. He definitely has upside, but I don't know if he's somebody I'm necessarily gonna try to like put in my lineup first. Um, the guy that I'm really liking is Dragic going against the Lakers. Up tempo game. We need 32 for him to hit value. I mean, he just had this matchup not too long ago. 35 fantasy points. That would be perfect at this price tag. I'm gonna go ahead and put Dragic in as in my core. He's part of my favorite point guard. Then we got shooting guard. I like DeMar DeRozan, but he's a little too expensive for me. So I'm gonna start off with Lou Williams. Fair price tag for him to hit value. You need 36. They're gonna need some scoring against OKC, who's a really good team, and they have to win every game right now. Both teams actually do. I understand that the Clippers are on a back-to-back, but this is a game that they really can't lose if they want to have any chance at the playoffs. So I definitely think that they're still gonna show up. Lou Williams. I mean, he could go off any night. Very fair price tag. Solid play at shooting guard. Russell's price tag's down right now. Going against Philadelphia, up tempo game. I mean, in 3 of the past 4 games, he's got you at least 34. You need about 34 for him to hit value. He has 40-point upside. We definitely know that. So Russell, I think he's a solid play. Thompson's going to be out. Next, we're going to go to Caldwell Pope. And this guy's just been playing very well. For him to hit value, you need 30, averaging 28 on the season. He's had pretty much one dud in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 games. Every other time he's got you at least 27 fantasy points. So I definitely think he's a solid play. I'm going to have to put him in my core at shooting guard. And there's a couple other guys I like on the cheaper end. You got Karis LeVert. 6,000. He's actually almost the same price as Pope. I would say that I would definitely prefer Pope in my cash games. This guy's more of a GPP flyer, but he's going to be low owned. I mean, he has upside. The problem with the Brooklyn guys is none of them get minutes. But I definitely want to mention him just because, I mean, in the past 5 games, he's got you a 48 in a 40-point game. So definitely the upside's there for GPPs. Also, Bogdanovich going against the Warriors. He's been playing, 28, 29 minutes for the most part. For him to hit value, you need 26. He's averaging 22 on the season. Up-tempo game against the Warriors. The Warriors are going to be missing a lot of people. So, I mean, I'm not going to say this game's going to stay close, but it's a little bit less likely of a blowout than normal, especially if Durant is out and doesn't play. So, I definitely think he's a guy that you can look on the cheaper end. Next, we'll go to small forward. I mean, we got Kevin Durant. Like I said, game time decision with ribs. If he plays, you pretty much just put him in, even though the price tag's up. I mean, the Warriors are pretty much without. They're going to have Draymond. They're going to have Durant. Durant's out. They're just going to have Draymond. Just keep an eye on this. See about what they say, what's going on. If Durant's out, then you're probably going to have to look at a guy like Iguodala and a guy like, where is he at? Hold on. Oh, a guy like Caspi. If Durant's out, Caspi starts. He's going to play a lot of minutes. You definitely got to consider Caspi. So just keep an eye on that news. Paul George is probable to play tomorrow. For a fair price tag, you need 42 for him to get value. Averaging 39 on the season. I think that he's definitely a solid play as well. Tatum, I mean, everybody's out. This dude, he's having to pick up some slack. He's playing a shitload of minutes. At this price tag, we need about 32. He's averaging 25 on the season. But the past 2 games, he's played a lot of minutes. He's got you 37 and 32. So definitely, yeah, he's a really, really good play. I like him a lot, to tell you the truth. He's a very fair price tag in the mid-tier. You can look at Harrison Barnes. He's a guy just consistent. For him to hit value, you need 32, averaging 30 on the season. Like I said, just consistency is the name of the game for Barnes. So definitely solid play. Covington going against Brooklyn. Covington's a guy, I mean, I really don't believe in this guy, to tell you the honest truth. So for me, I'll probably have to say more of a GPP play. But he's a guy that has upside. He's been very consistent lately. 33, okay, bad 23, but then 41, 31, 40, 33, and 32. Solid play. I definitely think that Covington's in play, but a little bit more for GPP wise. One more GPP play. You can look at Winslow going against the Lakers. I think he's borderline cash. This could be a very fast up-tempo game. You need, what, 46, 47 for him. I mean, I'm sorry, 26, 27 for Winslow to hit value. I mean, he's getting there. He's getting the minute. So I definitely think that you can definitely consider him in cash as well. Next, power forward. Ben Simmons going against Brooklyn. I mean, I like him. I think he's in a solid spot. I just don't like the inflated price tag. So I will say that I think he's more of a GPP play. Draymond, I mean, you might as well just put him in, especially if Durant's out. I mean, if Durant's out, Draymond's going to be 100% owned. I mean, he's the best player that they're going to have on the floor. And so, yeah, I mean, I don't know. I like Draymond tomorrow. I think that one way or other, you have to figure out a way to get him in your lineup. Then you got Julius Randle. This is another. See, this is the problem. I really like Julius Randle and Draymond. I mean, I'm gonna be honest with you, and I think that I don't know. I really like both those guys. Let me go through this real quick, and then we'll go back. I'll talk about it a little bit. So you got Julius Randle going against Miami. The price tag's actually going down, and the guy's just beasting. I mean, I know he got that Miami. Oh, they're not the best matchup, so his price went down. But he scored 39 on them not too long ago. 7.4 price tag. We need about 36, 37 to hit value. Averaging 30 on the season. But, I mean, this number's, he's been, since he's been playing, starter minutes and playing massive minutes, this number is definitely thrown off. I would say right now he's probably averaging like 37, 38 fantasy points a game. Playing very well. Then we're going to talk about Marcus Morris. He's been in that starting lineup. He's been getting minutes. He's got at least 31 minutes in 3 straight games. I'm not chasing his 47 going against his brother. But, I mean, he's a solid player. I definitely think he's going to get you close to 30. At a 6.4 price tag, we need 32 for value. He could get there, especially if he's going to start playing tons of minutes. Carmelo, I mean, the price tag's very fair. Up-tempo game. I love small forwards going against the Clippers. 5.7 price tag. I mean, he's just cheap. For him to hit value, we need 28. He's averaging 28 on the season. I think Carmelo is a really, really good play. I'm going to put him in my core, to be honest. Oh, actually, I already got Draymond in there, so never mind. I'm not going to give you everybody. But, yeah, I like Carmelo a lot, the cheaper end. I like Randall a lot on the higher end. I'm loving Draymond, though. I think you're going to have to get him in there. And then lastly, I'm just going to quickly mention these guys at the same time. You got Olynyk and James Johnson, both going against the Lakers. Olynyk coming off the bench, but he plays backup center as well, so he still gets his minutes. You got James Johnson starting to really pick it up. The price tag is still pretty low. You need 23 for him to hit value. He's averaging 24 on the season. So definitely think that James Johnson and Olynyk are solid plays going against the Lakers. Next, we'll go to center. Embiid, I mean, his price tag is just way up there. I mean, he could definitely hit value. For him to hit value on this price tag, we're going to need about 53. He's averaging 44 on the season. He's one of the high of all the sitters. He has one of the highest upsides. I understand that, but like I said, I just don't like the price tag. GPP play for me. Vucevic going against Boston. I actually like Vucevic. I mean, he's a guy I recommended last time out, and he absolutely went bonkers. 54 fantasy points. I try to tell you guys, and I hope you guys listen. Okay, he didn't play last time that they faced Boston. If he's going to be going against Al Horford, it's a little bit harder of a matchup. If Al Horford's out, he's going to be going against Baines. I mean, definitely think that he could get the upper hand on Baines. Either way, I like him. You need 45 for him to hit value. He's averaging 38 on the season. DeAndre Jordan going against OKC. If Adams is out, it's a better matchup for Jordan. If Adams is in, I mean, he's still in a solid matchup. He's going to play tons of minutes either way. 8.4 price tag, you need 42 for him at value. Averaging 36 all season. This guy, for me, strictly a GPP, especially because he's going to be on a back-to-back. But I love big men going against Mavericks. And this guy, I mean, look at in the past 5 games, he's got you a 45, 37, 30, 46, and 51. Great GPP play in my opinion. I'm definitely liking him. Like I said, for GPP, he's going to be low owned. If Horford plays, I actually like him in this matchup going against Vucevic. He's not a very good defender at all. Horford's going to have to pick up some slack, get some extra assists, maybe score a couple extra buckets. So I definitely think that he would be in play. You got Colin Stein going against the Lakers. Very up-tempo game. I mean, who are they going to put on this guy? JaVale McGee, Pachulia. This guy could definitely have a field day in a very up-tempo game going against the Lakers. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with centers. Let me go ahead and fill out this core for you real quick. But before I do, if you don't mind, please drop a like button below. I would really appreciate that. And yeah, let's jump into this real quick. We'll put Tatum at small forward. I'm really liking him. We got 6,500 to finish off center. I mean, I'm just going to go with Jordan. He got 6,100. So you can still do tons with this, right? Tons. You could even, pay down here, try to get a Westbrook in. You could do something like this, that. But I think that this is definitely a solid core, right? So, hey, I'll talk to you tomorrow. Let's win some money. Later.